All right, we're ready for chunk 3. So we already looked at 2 and 3 together. So let's dive right into 3. Deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Use our vocabulary resources. Getting their just powers from the permission of the governed. Okay. We're going to build on that. I have 2 pieces of prior knowledge, so you might know a synonym for just. I'm going to use fair. When you see the word just, it might make you think of justice, um, and that should help make a connection for you. And then I also have the synonym people. So a government rules or manages people. Those people are the governed, they're the subject, right? The governed are the people because they are ruled by the government. Okay. So the only other piece we need here is there, this pronoun. We got to figure out how to, what that's referring to. So you guessed it. We're going to look at the bigger text just like we have previously. And we're going to read the sentence or phrase before it to see what there is. Governments are instituted among men, or governments are created among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. So there we have, there is governments. Okay. There's no period. So you can see that subject is being carried throughout these phrases. So there is government. So let's take that note and let's take a look at our paraphrase. Getting government's fair powers from the permission of the people. Getting government's fair powers from the permission of the people. Okay, it sounds kind of weird. Obviously, the phrasing is not easy to understand, so we still have to make some meaning from it. So let's start with breaking it down. Governments get their powers from the permission of the people. So governments get their power from the permission of the people. Okay, so that means people give governments permission. Okay, and then we have 2 more interpretations, which are almost identical. Governments need permission from people to keep fair power, or governments need permission from the people to keep power. So we're going to pause here. Make sure you grab the notes that you need before we wrap this chunk up. You'll notice that the strategies are identical to what we've used in previous chunks, so you probably don't need any notes there. And we're going to jump to making a content connection. So here we've just established some of the author's meaning. You took some notes. You might need to pause to think about it. But really, this chunk is just saying that government needs permission from the people. Okay? Government needs permission from the people. What does that mean in real life? How do we, as the people, give government permission? How do we do that? How do I give someone in the president's chair that permission? And you guessed it, this is a connection to voting. So this text is actually grounded in this concept, and that's important that you make that connection here. Okay?